Hi, welcome back to NetApp Insight 2014. We're here on the show floor, Insight Central. I'm Richie Jennings, and I'm joined by David O'Coimin. David, hi.
Nice to meet you.
David, you're from Schneider Electric, right?
That's right, I am indeed.
And what is it you do at that fine company?
So I'm what's called a solution offer manager. I basically sit across the IT portfolio, and I come to events like this and I meet great partners, and I try to investigate what the market needs, put the parts together and deliver it to the market in a way that makes sense.
Terrific. So I've been snouting around your booth, and you have, or rather it's your bit of the NetApp booth, and you have this interesting thing called, well, it's a FlexPod, but it's not a FlexPod as I know it. What the heck is that?
So essentially, well, FlexPod and FlexPod Express are considered a data center in a box, right? And when we saw that, when we were introduced to that for the first time about 18 months ago, we saw it and we thought, well, actually we think it's not quite complete. It's missing the whole physical infrastructure life support system that you would normally find in a data center around an IT platform. So the FlexPod Express would be servers, storage, compute, and the software to manage and automate all of that. So what we've done then is we've taken the physical infrastructure that you would normally find that in, the rack, the battery backup, the power distribution, environmental monitoring, security, and the management piece, and we've chosen the right components to fit together with that and created a reference architecture around it. So in a way, we've extended the converged infrastructure and closed the circle, so to speak.
So it's really converged.
Truly, yes. I mean, actually, that's a really good way of putting it. It's a true data center in a box now, because in the one that you're referring to here, we call it a sort of micro data center for the office environment. You don't even need a server room now. So you've taken what you used to have to deploy into an existing server room, into an existing rack, and actually we've given it all the pieces that it needs, and you can just roll it into the office now, plug and play, and you're up and running in an hour. And so now, some of the benefits that you used to get from, or you do still get, of course, from FlexPod and FlexPod Express, is that all that design and implementation and development and getting the infrastructure ready, completely taken out of the equation.
All right. So I'm a data center customer. I'm a enterprise, small business, whatever it is. Depending on which size of FlexPod I bought, and you do this with all the different rack sizes.
Correct. Inside data center, outside data center, whatever it needs. Yeah.
Okay. So. But why would I not just, buy some cooling and buy some battery backup and just buy a FlexPod? Why would I go to Schneider?
Well, you can do those things, and many people do those things. But one of our real core expertise is to do it in a best practice way. So it's not just about the cooling, it's not just about the power, not just the rack, not just the power distribution. It's all of those pieces integrated in such a way that they sing and dance properly, first of all, and then that they integrate with the FlexPod and the FlexPod management system. So, there's a lot of talk about pane of glass, right? And everybody talks about, oh, you can run our system through a single pane of glass, right? But all of these single panes of glass add up. So what you do with our system is then you have all these individual components, and third-party pieces can be managed with it too, and then you can truly integrate that using plugins for UCS Manager, for example, and in VMware and Hyper-V and what have you. So actually you don't have to leave those environments to manage your physical infrastructure. So it's really putting all of those pieces, all the information that a business doesn't normally see, and giving them information that they can make business decisions based on. Like, where is their energy being used, and what's their cooling doing, and where are their hotspots, and how could they do that better, and how could they save electricity and things like that.
What am I spending money on? I like it. Yeah. Interesting.
Exactly
interesting.
That.
So we're here at Insight,
yeah.
NetApp event. You're obviously a NetApp partner as well as a partner with all the other folks who put stuff into FlexPods and the additional stuff that you wrap around that. What's it like partnering with NetApp? That's my burning question.
That's quite extraordinary, actually, because for me, this has all been quite new. I started on this journey with NetApp around 18 months ago at Cisco Live in London. Got together with NetApp and some Cisco people, and we saw an opportunity here, and we thought we could complete the circle. And I have to say, I've been kind of blown away, really, by NetApp in particular. There's this fervor, this real enthusiasm around the team that I think translates into the partner network too. I think when you meet a NetApp partner, you can tell they seem to have been really well enthused, really into the product, really understand the product. So obviously NetApp does a great job of educating. And for us, it's been a real education, and it's really helped us to build better connections with our own partner network too. It's really enhanced that. So it's been a great experience so far.
I think in partnership terms, I know a lot of people talk about trust being really important, trust and veracity, you know, being true to your word, speaking the truth. Is that something that you see? I don't want to put words in your mouth. Is that something that you see as being important in a partnership relationship?
Well, there's two parts to it, in my opinion. First of all, is the honesty that you mentioned. It's easy to come back to a conversation a month, 2 months, a year later if you've been honest in the first conversation. I think you get a lot more respect from that, from acting in that way, and that's one of the things that's come through for me in dealing with NetApp and in building solutions together with NetApp. And the second thing is, there seems to be, I don't know, maybe it's a youthfulness, but there's certainly this incredible drive to do things that matter, you know, to make a difference, to engage with the world in such a way that you're delivering to an end user customer, that you're leaving them not just satisfied, but more than that. You've gone above and beyond. And I think that really syncs up really well with what we're trying to do. We want to leave our customers overwhelmed, not just satisfied with what they've gotten from us at the end of the day. So that's why the partnership, I think, seems to work very well between Schneider Electric and NetApp.
That's awesome. That's terrific. So, and finally, what's next? What's next for Schneider and NetApp?
So we've actually just started to see a lot of the fruits of the labor that we've been working on for the last 18 months. So we've got new distribution arrangements with some of our distribution partners to go and build these converged infrastructures together. We've got some great success stories out of the gate, but we've got some incredible projects now in the works that are really going to blow the lid off this whole partnership, this true converged infrastructure, so to speak. So I think 2015 is going to be a year where we're going to see a lot of the work from the last 18 months really bearing fruit, really coming to bear. So I think a lot more people are going to hear about this now moving forward. Very exciting time.
I love it. I love it when that happens. It's kind of I call it the ketchup theory of working on anything, right? You shake the bottle for so long and then suddenly it all floods out at the end of it. Fantastic. David O'Koyman, it's been marvellous talking to you. Thanks so much for coming. He's been David O'Koyman from Schneider Electric. I've been Richie Jennings. Thanks for tuning in. Come again soon.